Hello, kit heads. Welcome back. We are Talking Kit, the home of the greatest football kit content in the whole entire world. I am, as always, Double A, and my good friend over here is Dom. He's the kit king, and he's always here. I was looking in, and it almost looked like it said KKK England. Dom, we don't want that on the show. We don't want that on the bloody show, mate. Other than that, how have you been?
All good, yeah, not too bad. You know how it is, juggling. But yeah,
you finally joined the circus then?
Yes, trapeze. I'm doing. I ain't got the balance for it. I can barely stand up.
Juggling a minute ago, mate. You mind up? Is it juggling? Is it trapeze?
Just a clown, an absolute clown.
Well, we've got a couple coming on in a minute, so they can join. That's a joke, absolute joke. Well, we're back for another episode of Full Kit Rankers. This is what we do every Wednesday. We open the rank bank and we unleash shirts. I'm not going to say 10 shirts because sometimes it's 20. Other people want to do more. But yeah, we release some shirts and we have special guests come in and we rank them together. We've all ranked them individually. I have then scored them. And we go through the final list and we get to number one and find out which is our favourite shirt from different topics. We've looked at Ronaldo's shirts. We've looked at World Cup shirts. We've looked at African Cup of Nations shirts. We've looked at FA Cup. We've looked at everything. And as you can probably see above me there today, because the reason why I'm doing this is because it's February. It's the 1st of February, the shortest month. Me and Dom know how it is to be short. So we thought, if we're looking at the shortest month, why don't we look at the shortest players? So we're looking at the 10 current shortest players in world football. And to add to that as well, a little bit extra, if that wasn't enough, I've picked some of the players have played for different clubs. I've picked the shirt they wore in their shortest spell at a club as well.
Oh.
It's like a fucking onion, this show. Extra layers for you. I'm really bringing... I told you 2023 was going to be a different year for Talking Kit. This is where it starts, mate. Onion is team. So yeah, we've got 10 players, 10 shirts to look at. And we've got some great guests as well. So before we get them out, let's get the old admin sorted. Let's call it that. First of all, what you need to do, you need to stop enjoying all this comedy between us two and smash a like on the video. That's the first thing you should do. After that, if it is your first time talking kit, or maybe it's not, and you want to become a kit head, that's what we call a community, subscribe to the goddamn channel. I want you to do it. Don't want you to do it. The two guests behind the screens want you to do it, and you should just do it. And if you wanted to, share it with your kit-loving friends. There's enough of us in the world. And also, as an extra bonus, just smash the bell notification. We are dropping videos left, right, and goddamn centre these days. So it makes sense for you to be a part of it. So do that. Also, as well, before... should I leave it till he comes on? No, I'm going to leave it till he comes on, actually.
Yeah, let him tell him for a change.
Yeah, you can tell him. You can tell him. But let's get our guests on. We've rambled on enough, and we want to talk to the people that matter most. It's not me, it's not Dom, it's the guests that we get in. So the first person we've got on the show, and he is returning. I think it's his second appearance, although he's always here in spirit most of the time.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of shirts ranging 30 years that are all from the same era of great shirts.
A great era for shirts between the 1950s and now. Great era
for shirts, mate. Great era for shirts. And he's an absolute legend. I love him. I love his channel, I love his content, and he's a friend now. That's what I like to describe him as. It is Jay, or we could call him the boss. Jay from RFK. How you doing, pal? You okay?
Yes, lads, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on again. I'm excited to do it. Thank you for the kind words as well. But, yeah, no, I'm good. How are you boys doing?
Good.
Splendid, mate. Absolutely buzzing that you're back on the show as well. It's, I mean, like, I'm not lying when I say I'm a big fan of your content. I know, nice trip to Milan recently. Nice little film. Make sure you go over to the Retro Football Kits YouTube channel. Check out Jay and his little adventures to Milan. I also seen a video, you mentioned it on Desert Island Kits actually, about United shirts. A great guy on there. Really knew his stuff about about United shirt. So that's another video you should maybe go and check out after you check out his Milan video as well. I don't know. That's something you should maybe look at doing. But other than that, mate, you well? Are you all good? This is what we need to know when we're doing the admin.
Man, I'm really good. I think I started the year off quite well so far. Work's going, good. Went to Milan, like you said, which is a great way to start the year. Kind of starting it the way I want to go on. So yeah, I'm having a good time so far. I'm having a ball.
Amazing. That's what we like to hear, mate. Before we get our next guest on, by the way, there's no Sean this week. We like to keep it at 4 now with someone behind the scenes. I've not kicked him off. He's genuinely at football. So, Jay's kindly come off the bench to get some minutes, stretch his legs, and hopefully get us an injury time winner. That would be nice. But I usually do it, Jay. So I think maybe because you're from Retro Football Kit, so why don't you tell the good people what they can do if they want to get some lovely money off their football shirt?
Let me snap into character real quick, boys. Let me just. Woo. So you need to check out retrofootballkits.co.uk. It is the best place to buy retro football kits. We have thousands of your favorite ones, but more importantly, you can get 10% off if you use the code TalkingKit10. 10% off your favorite kit. That's a gift. You're welcome.
Jay, is that just for January? Is that just because of the January sales?
No. It's all year round, mate, because we love the guys here at Talking Kit. They do a great job. So we wanted to, help them, help you, help them, help you. So yeah, Talking Kit at any time, 10% off your favorite kits. It's a win-win for everyone.
Spot on.
I also was that a Scrubs reference there, by the way.
What, the help me help
you?
Help me help you. Absolutely, it was.
I don't think I can love you anymore, mate.
Mate, Dr. Cox is a hero of mine.
Oh, mate, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing what already was going to be a great show. You can elevate the level.
That's what I do.
There we go. I think we should sign off the little retro section or the little admin bit of the show with a little J. Go and get 10% off your shirts, everyone. Why not? Well, I mean, I get to go down to retro a lot. I mean, we've got one of their shirts from one of the players featured tonight. I'm not lying. Some of the shirts down there are absolutely amazing. They were showing me some bits today, new in bits. Yeah, let's just say there's some class stuff coming onto the website very, very soon. So I implore you to go to Retro Foot. That I keep catching a bit of my face there doing that picture.
Right there. Right there.
Put your finger in his mouth, Jay.
Won't be the first time. I'm just worried. Is that what Hannah sees at some? And I'm just, wow, like poor girl. Poor girl. But she's stuck with me now, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's get our next guest on. Quickly get our next guest on. I think that is, very important now. I would say, I don't know about you guys, but he probably takes the best selfies in the whole kit community.
100%, hands down. There's only Zeke who can compete with him.
Well, Zeke's out. No. Zeke's out selfies though.
Oh yes.
He's posing. Not that he shouldn't. He's a beautiful man. Zeke's posing. He's got all the angles. He's got someone doing it. This guy's taking selfies, and I try and do selfies. A lot of them don't see the light of day. This guy is just. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm gonna do it again. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. He's a legend. I love seeing his posts and his chat about kits. He's a great guy, and it's someone I'm happy he's come on the channel because, as always, as I like to tell people, the community is vast. The community is wide ranging, and there's certain people that you're desperate to not even just have on the show. It's to talk about football shirts with, and that's the main thing that this show's about, really. It's about being the community and getting them people in and really understanding why they love football shirts and why they like certain shirts more than others. I think that show perfectly sums it up. So he's a great person to have on. I'm really excited to have him on. It is obviously kitted out. Ollie, good evening, pal. You okay?
Hello. No, thank you for the very warm welcome. Nice to know my selfies go few and far between. However, after all the intro, I'm all right if we just sack off the kit talk and talk about Scrubs.
Oh yeah, we could do that. I mean,
absolutely, damn.
We could start a start a podcast called Scrubbed Out. I think I'd be up for that.
Go by episode.
I know they've done a watch along, Zach and Donald, but no, they want to hear us talk about it.
Yeah,
for nobody
Exactly.
in the world of Scrubbed, obviously. I mean, well, we can talk about that another time. But I think for now, let's this episode and talk about the kits that we're looking at. So, like I said, it's the 10 shortest players currently still playing in the world of football. Actually saw Dom on Saturday down at FC United. It was nice to bump into him and touch his face in real life rather than on the screen. And his little legend of a son was helping us out get a list together, which I appreciated. He was like trying to act all cool with me. It was really weird, wasn't it? He's like,
he's that age.
Well, obviously, you told me he wants to come on the channel. And then I said, yeah, do you want to come on? He went, maybe. I was like, all right. All right, okay. All right, I'll go in.
I'll do that next time as well.
Yeah, right. I'd love to see you try. But no, yeah, we've got 10 of the shortest current playing in world football at the moment. I have to say, a couple of them I've never heard of. Same with you guys.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
No idea.
Yeah. I have to say, there is one player, I will tell you when we get to him. For love nor money, I could not find the shirt or him in it of the team he actually played the shortest for. So I had to just find anyone that he did. And so that's letting... Oh, don't shake your head. It was hard work. It was hard work. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, how did everyone find ranking the shirts tonight? Easy, or was it one stand out? Some stand out more than the others. It was quite easy to put the ones at the bottom. Let me know.
Yeah,
I felt like there was a lot of mid-table clashes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah, a few rows to the top though, quite quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, I think for me, it was a bit of that last 2 weeks, last episodes. I've been some of the best episodes we've had. I know what I say; these were shit, but some of them were shit. I'll be honest. But that's not my fault. That's for these players being short asses and playing for shit clubs. It's not my fault, is it?
Yeah, it's their genetics, isn't it?
Their fault. I can't grumble. I'm 5'6" myself, but I'm taller than most of these. They can fucking shut up. I tower over them. Don't get to do that often, but you know. Anyway, let's get into it then. So we'll get into this week's episode. 10 shirts worn by the smallest players that are currently playing in world football. There is. I'll talk about the scores. So it is quite even. You know, Ollie said it's quite a lot of mid-table clashes, and I think that shows in the scores. To be fair, we'll talk about it when we get a bit closer to the top, though. But yeah, so number 10 on our list this week, with only 11 points as given by the panel, or the rankers, as we like to call them, and it is this shirt from Mr. Joe Allen, who stands at a huge 5'5". Played for Liverpool between 2012 and 2016, making 91 appearances. Obviously, he's played a lot for Stoke and for Swansea. So Liverpool was obviously the shortest period of time he's played for one club. Personally, I went for the best looking shirt he played for. He had some shocking Warrior. And I think this was probably the best of the bunch. I've gone for all home shirt as well, by the way. It was bottom of my list. I think it's been said on this show a few times about Liverpool and their kits with New Balance and Warrior. And I'm not a fan. I apologise. And it's not just because it's Liverpool. It's because they're not very good. Sean agreed with me, had it 10th on his list. We'll go through the list. Dom, we'll come straight to you. We'll start with you. 8th on your list.
Mm-hmm.
What was you thinking of this shirt from Liverpool?
Well, it's awful, isn't it? First off, but I didn't employ the same Liverpool bias that you may have done.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Because simply, two of the other shirts, whether you admit it or not, are definitely worse than this one.
That's your opinion. That's not mine.
Yeah, there's a lot to dislike about this one, but on the whole, it's a Liverpool shirt. It's red, it's white. It's got a bit of gold trim that for some reason cuts off in the middle. That I've got no idea about. It's got the checkered pattern, which kind of like fades out. It kind of runs out of ink, or just gives up on itself lower down, which I've started to do as well. So I can't really judge. But just two that were a little bit worse, to be honest. But yeah, it's bad. But Joe Allen, the little Welsh Pirlo, they love him. Yeah, look at him. Look at him go. How far away are they? Yeah, what a guy.
That's actually a close-up picture of him as well. I've had to really. I hear what you say. Was that a little cry for help, Dom? I don't want you to think. Say straight. If you need to talk, we're all. Okay, that's fine.
No, I'm good.
Okay, for you two, the two worst clearly, and that's fine. Yes. But I think the panel does agree that it's not great. No one had it in the top, from 7 above, really. We'll come to you, Jay. It was 9th on your list, so not the overall worst for you, but still not great in terms of the 10 given.
Yeah, for sure. There was definitely one worse, wasn't there? But this one, I think Dom's kind of outlined one of my biggest problems with this kit is that kind of weird gold thing there. I hate stuff like this. The Argentina kit right now, the one they won the World Cup in, it just has this weird little gap here, and it just annoys me a little bit. I don't quite understand it myself. And then the checker patterns, like I think I quite like the top bit. If the way you've cropped it there, great. And then down there, it looks rubbish. It just doesn't. It's no cohesion about it. So like it's trying to do too many different things at once and failing at all of them, I think. And it's also Liverpool in it, so that didn't help.
He's got the Liverpool bias.
I do, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Stop there blaming me because of my accent. Like you haven't got it yourself. Yeah.
Do you know what? On that, just as a side note, I got this and the Lionesses women's home shirt. Al Shaw told me on Sunday that this is the same orange colour that they used on Liverpool's like collar and cuffs last season, and it instantly tarnished the shirt for me.
I don't know how you've got it on. To be honest,
well, because it's 6 months to the day since Lionesses won the Euro, so yeah.
I'll let you off with that then, I guess.
So yeah, sorry.
It's fine. Talk away. It's fine. We're here to talk kit. That's fine. Ollie, we'll finish off with you just because you had it the highest out of the 5 of us in 7th. What are your overall thoughts on the shirt and the player? I guess no one's really spoke about him apart from the Welsh Pirlo.
Yeah, so I was actually just looking back at my list, and I've almost shocked myself that I put it as high as 7 because it is just dross. And again, Liverpool bias. Me being a City fan, really not massive fan of theirs. But it's just boring. And New Balance were never really a fantastic kit manufacturer anyway. I seem to remember them having a handful of decent kits at Porto. But other than that, it's just boring. However, like Dom also said, there are much worse in this list than this. This is white bread. It's just
there's moldy bread on the way. Yeah.
This is the end piece that no one ever wants, and everyone goes past it.
See, I love the crust. Am I weird?
I
don't like this. So for me, no, this is the middle piece. This is the middle. Oh, I don't know. Ollie said something. I've tried to run with it. Right, okay. That's let's do Sean's night out rating because he has done some, which is nice of him. He just give it a 1 straight away. I don't think he's ever even given a 1. Oh, he may have done, but yeah, it's shit. It's Liverpool. It's Joe Allen, short Welsh guy. Played for him for a bit. 11 points on the list. That's pretty much all they had. We jump up to number 9 on the list, and we go over to Poland. And 2 names I'm going to struggle to say, so I apologise if you're Polish. Don't have a go at me. I'm just not very cultured. Number 9 on the list, and it's Marcin Garush, and he played for Miedź Legnica. That sounded pretty Polish.
You did what?
I'm not saying that again. And he's 5 foot. He's a short ass. But this is the one that I struggled to get the actual proper shirt for. He actually played for a Montenegrin team called Grablj, Grablj.
Oh yes.
He made 26 appearances for them. Yeah, everyone knows him. Yeah, as soon as I said it. This is the Polish team he played for most. He pretty much played his whole career, apart from 2 spells at 2 other clubs, one being Grablj.
Bless
So
you.
yeah, this is their shirt that he wore one of their seasons. At Adidas. I put it in my list. This is 9th, so I've got it bang on. It's not good. Sean agreed with me. 9th on his list. Ollie, we'll start with you because, again, you are pretty clued in because you had it 9th as well, mate. So why is it not a great shirt for you?
I think if you remove the club badge, it's just your generic Adidas top that you can pull off the shelf pull off the rail in a charity shop thinking it's a football shirt and then being extremely disappointed it isn't. Yeah. It's just I feel like I'm going to be saying the phrase dull as dishwater a lot in the next like 3 or 4 shirts. But it's just your standard Adidas shirt, and it's not. I can't tell if the white cuffs here are intentional or if it's tape. It looks like, yeah, because it looks extremely tight. Then you've got the picture of the player playing in it, and it doesn't go all the way around. I have no idea what's going on, and I hate it.
Yeah. It's odd, that, isn't it?
It's like electrical tape. I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. What do you think of the player though? Clearly, very famous Marcin Garush, legend. I'm guessing.
Oh no, yeah. No, yeah. Me and him go way back. I just got back from Poland, seen him actually. I see. I lost him all the time. They're the short ass, but no.
Oh, great. Short humour. It's good to be giving it and not on the receiving end, to be fair. It's something new for me. Let's go. Who should we go to next? Dom, let's go to you, because you had this 7th.
Yeah.
7th?
Yeah.
7th?
I think there's just a couple of elements which I think if you took away and left maybe some of the others, it would be more palatable. I think the Fortuna sponsor, I'm going to say, in the middle, obviously is a bit obstructive and kind of takes away from any kind of crest having something that close to it anyway. But I think the kind of symmetry between the Votum sponsor, which isn't essentially a really bad sponsor visually, but it kind of ties in with the kind of 50th anniversary aspect and the circular bit around the badge, and then the little embellishment at the bottom of the shirt as well, which again is I think a nod to that anniversary. So yeah, I think take that away and take away them macho Randy Savage arm tie things, or was it Ultimate Warrior? Yeah, take them off, and I think it's an half decent shirt. So yeah, I think there's a bit going wrong, but ultimately some stuff too, like if you look hard enough, like having an ugly kid.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know about that, but so Jay, we'll come to you because you had it 6th. So you could say it's a half size. What did you say? It was a half what, Dom? Half made.
Half Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, that wasn't said.
It was half decent shirt. You said that.
Okay.
I had a joke, but it's fucking ruined now. Jay, you could say it was a half decent shirt for a half size man. Do you agree with it?
Yeah, I would agree with that. That photo doesn't do him any justice, does it?
Absolutely not.
That's a poor photo for him, bless him. No, you know what? Yeah, I agree with Dom here. Like this kit isn't that bad in my opinion. It's very basic. It's very simple. It is just an Adidas kind of like template. But I quite like Adidas. I like the blue. If you took away Fortuna, it'd be just the most generic, cool simple base level kit. So it didn't really offend me enough to put it as low as some of the other ones I did. That's kind of why I put it halfway. Like, obviously, wouldn't go out my way to get this kit, but it didn't offend me enough to kind of just to shit on it, really. So yeah, that's why I put it so high.
Fair enough. That's absolutely fine. Quick now target rating from Sean. This is where I'd love to be inside his brain for half an hour, because he put it 9th on his list. But yeah, he thinks it's a 7 on a night out rating. I'd be interested to know why that would be the case.
You could wear that round Stockport. They'd think it was a county shirt.
Oh, they 100% they would.
It's a conversational starter.
Yes.
And what's that? What conversation you having about that shirt?
Well, you know,
why does it look so shit?
What team is that? Is a great start.
Oh, you a smooth operator, you.
Anyway, this is Martin. Well, that's not Martin Gurridge. This little dude here is Martin Gurridge.
That guy's too big for a picture. That's definitely not Martin.
And it's Miedz Legnica, the Polish team, and their shirt that he wore whilst playing for him. He only got 15 points on our list. 9th overall this week. Let's move on to number 8. And some say that he's still standing whilst he's playing, I guess. I don't know. It's a player called Elton Arabia. That's why I said I'm still standing. 8th on our list. 16 points overall. And at 8th. I'm doing well so far this week. Don't look at me like that, Don. Thank you very much. John had it 6 on his list. I mean, it's fucking awful. For me, I don't like it at all. Jay, we're going to start with you on this one. Because you like it a lot. Or you like it more than 5 others. Because you had it 5th on your list.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This one, again, I think very similar theme to the last one. Like, just didn't offend me enough. I thought it's just a very... You know how like the last one was just an Adidas template? This is just kind of a night template. This could be your Sunday League team with their badge on it. So, like, there's nothing there enough that I go, oh, God, no. Like, as the flat lay, that the red bit does look like a bit of a vest now I'm looking at it, which does put me off a tiny bit. But on, I guess it's a bit better. But yeah, it just didn't offend me enough. It could just be a BTEC Barcelona kit, and I'd just think nothing of it, and I'd move on with my life. So yeah, again, like another one of those that just didn't catch me enough to get angry about.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I should do a bit more, give him a bit more information about the shirt. So it's from the Romanian team, Steaua Bucuresti, I guess.
Yeah, my boys.
Yeah. Obviously, Elton Arabia, despite his name, he's got a full Brazilian name, which I didn't want to write down. He's a Brazilian attacking midfielder. Played for 15 clubs, only 8 appearances in 2007 for this club. Dom, I wouldn't wear this on this show because it looked like I'm Mario again. And we wouldn't want that, would we? We don't want that.
Well, I would definitely.
Yeah, I think I'd like that again.
Well, you can buy if you can find it, Jay, and buy it, mate. I'll wear it.
I'll get the lads on it.
Yeah. This was bottom of the list for you, Dom. I'm interested to know why this is not worse than Liverpool shirt.
At least it was the Liverpool one, New Balance. Whoever was holding the crayons that day was trying at least. Like, they had a go. Like, they did something. It didn't work, but I'll afford them some kind of points for trying this. And Steaua Bucuresti, having looked at from like 2000 onwards, they are literally template FC for Nike. All in this variation of colour. So obviously, whenever you get them teamwear catalogues that you look through for your, Sunday or Saturday league team, or even your 5-a-side team, and you toy with the idea of, should we turn up looking like Barca? I mean, you decide against it. These thought, no, fuck it, we'll go with it, and it's not worked any time since then. They're all bad, and I just the fact that there's zero effort just pissed me off.
That's fine. Quick question: your 5-a-side team, do they play on Saturday? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I was trying to think of so many Elton John puns. This is gonna go. He's 5 foot as well, by the way. If you're interested in how short or tall he plays about. There he is. He doesn't look 5 foot. He looks quite tall. Anyway, let's finish off with Ollie because he also scored it, and we should hear what he wants to say. as it's important for the structure of the show. You agreed with Dom, Ollie, in that this was the worst shirt you've ever seen that a short player's wore. Is that correct?
I did, and if you go back to the shirt and then back to the picture of the player in it, you can see how small he is with how wide the blue strip is on him wearing it. But yeah. It's just a red shirt that looks like Sonic's wiped his arse on it, and it's also got a very generic, like V-neck is probably the worst finish of a football shirt. I say that with this, but this has actually got a slight overlap on it. Plus, I bought it at Leverkusen over the weekend. Subtle hint, but yeah. Oh, my dad took me out anyway. But no, it's just boring. And then the white Nike swoosh has just got no. There's nothing to support it with just white. It's just crap. It's just utter shite.
I agree. I bet that badge is like a sticker as well, isn't it? Them shitty thin.
Yeah, 100%.
It's one of the tattoos you get in chewing gum as a kid. Where you get a wet cloth and you stick it on. It's one of them.
You have to rub off 3 layers of skin to get it off. Yeah, I know which one. We've spoke about this enough, I feel, and Elton Arabia there. He looks like he's about.
Can I throw one thing though?
Oh please, yeah.
Shout out to Elton actually wearing long sleeves.
Yes.
Yeah, big shout out, yeah.
Brave for such a short player as well.
It is.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, that's a short sleeve shirt, isn't
it? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on from Arabia there. Good old Elton. Only getting 16 points in his Steaua Bucuresti shirt. This week, let's move on to number 7 on our list with 25 points. We get a little bit of a jump now. I'm quite upset this isn't higher than it is because I really do like it a lot. Great player, playing for a massive club. Everyone should know this player. It's Pescara. And Marco Verratti, who's 5'4", jumping up a little bit in height. Obviously, he played for these 2008 to 2012. 74 appearances overall. I put it at 3rd on my list. I love this. I love this shirt. I don't know why it's 7th. It's disgusting. Sean got it bang on. He got it 7th in his list. I would like to speak to Ollie. We'll start with you on this one because you agreed with me. 3rd on your list. Tell everyone why it's a great shirt, please.
I love the colours. I think being a City fan, blue and white is the way to go. And you don't tend to see many era things that are decent. So this was a lovely change. Forgetting to actually look at the player in the shirt. If I realised it was Marco Verratti, I would have put it down lower because he's an absolute rat. But in terms of the shirt, I do really like it. I do like how the sponsors in this image in particular do look photoshopped on. But it's just a tidy shirt. I like the collar. There's not really much else to talk about. It's just a very nice shirt.
Yeah, I fully agree, mate. The crest does something to me as well. Really
I do like dolphins.
Oh, amazing! Have you ever touched one? I have. I don't mean in a weird way. I just mean in generally touch.
In a weird way.
Yeah, don't touch dolphins in a weird way. Well, I remember
they touch each other in a weird way. Apparently, they're a bit frisky, aren't they?
Have you watched The Boys?
Yeah,
I've not watched.
Yeah, okay, right. Dom knows why. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Can I tell you a story about? Oh, she'll kill me for telling me. I touched one anyway, and then Hannah, my girlfriend, she touched one right when she went somewhere, but she was wearing gloves. I was like, "What's the fucking point? Do you feel what you don't know what it feels like wearing gloves?" Anyway, moving on from weird dolphin talk. Let's go to who shall we go to? Let's go to Dom because you think Liverpool's better than this.
Yeah, still, yeah.
Disgusting. Tell me why, though, please.
It reminds me of a old faded Tesco carrier bag.
Oh.
With them colours. I'm not a huge fan of that collar. It looks like the type of collar some type of rat would wear. It's the little bum crack down the middle as well on the collar, which I find a bit weird, and often I'm a huge fan. But yeah, the badge itself, I think I kind of fell into the trap of leaning towards liking the club a bit, but then I just looked at it as its own entity and thought, no, there's not enough for me to like about it. The sponsors too contrasting, and then again that other little sponsor above it just pisses me off in between the manufacturer and the badge itself, taking away from what should be a focal point.
Yeah, absolutely. Jay, I really apologise. I did say I'd come to you next. So just say it dead quick. What you had it. Where did you put it? You put it 8th, was it? No. Yeah, you put it 8th. You did. Tell me why it was 8th and what you think quickly.
I just hate those sponsors, man. I love Pescara. I do. They're quite a cool club. They've got some cool kits, and the colours are normally pretty sick. Just look at those sponsors, man. They're so naff. GameNet and Risk per Mio Casa. Smash that. Like
Easy for you, right?
yeah, like just so trash. And I think sponsors can really make and break kits, and this time they've broke it. And I think the collar, I love a polo collar, like love it a lot. If you watch the retro channel, you'll know that. But this one might be too far. Like it's really a really big collar on what looks like a small kit, small man, of course, as well, which doesn't help. And then, like Tom said, that little bum crack of a thing. I'm not a fan. So
the collar's it's a bit Harry Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just too big for me. So like, as much as I wanted to like this kit, it's like taking a good kit and a good design and good colors, and what can we do wrong with that? That's what this kit is for me.
In its defense, though, GameNet sounds like a really fun version of the bad guys from Terminator.
I have just quickly Googled what GameNet is because I got curious. They do slot machines.
So, of course they do. That's why they've put one just there on the collar.
Brilliant. Right, well, there we go. That is number 7 on our list, Marco Verratti. Jay, if you need to head off, you can do so. Don't worry about it, mate. That's fine. We'll see you very, very soon. Make sure you mute. Right, okay. Marco Verratti, there he is. Little legend. Literally a little legend. Still playing, obviously, for PSG. Or a rat, as Ollie liked to call him. Depends on your view of him in whichever way. Number 7 on the list, 25 points overall this week from the guys. I will give you a night out rating from Sean. You give it a 2, which is fair. He doesn't like white a lot, which is weird. And the Dynamo shirt, I didn't give that. He gave that one a 6. So there we go. Let's move on to number 6 on our list then. And this is a shirt worn by a player called Daniel Villalba, or Villalba, something like that. Villalba. He played for a team called Guarani, and they play in Paraguay. It's a Paraguayan team. Played there 2021, and he made 20 appearances. I'm lost in the notes here. I apologise. I'm having a shocker. I had this number 7 on my list. If anyone's interested, Sean had it 4th on his list. For me, it's just a bit Hull. That's all. Hull and Cambridge. Definitely Hull. I definitely think Hull. Like, an image of Jimmy Bullard doing that celebration on the pitch at Etihad. I was going to say something else then, but I'm not going to do it. It's
not whilst Ollie's here.
Yeah, I don't want to offend.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
I don't want to offend you guys.
He'll get confused. There's too many people here already. He'll feel intimidated. He's not used to it.
See, I was there and he backed me up. Done. That's why I fucking love you. Thank you very much. Right, we'll get on to the guests though. Let's talk about or the other rankers, should we say? So I had it 7th, Sean had it 4th. Ollie, we'll start with you because you had it 5th overall on your list. Does it remind you about that time when Jimmy Bullard celebrated in front of all your fans. In front of your fan.
I was there, so
you was
I
the
remember
fan. Oh, brilliant.
I was, yeah. You can see 10-year-old me like, "Yay!" But no, I do. I'm going to be honest. When filtering all the other kits, this was probably the last one that I got to, and fifth was all I had left. So I mean, to have it midway is kind of pretty much how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the colorway. It's like a Aldi Borussia Dortmund. If Dortmund and Wolves had a son, then this would be the shirt. I am only now just looking at the finish on the neck though, and much like the City shirt this year, where it doesn't finish off around the back on the home shirt, that's kind of setting me off, and I'm close to committing global atrocities because of it. I'm just not a massive fan of that at all. But everything else, is kind of I don't mind it. Take it or leave it.
I agree, Jay. It's good. It's a relief to have you back.
Won't take the
So you had the 7th on your list. It's just a knockoff Hull shirt, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it was a Hull shirt. I don't know. I felt might have been harsh with this kit. It was a difficult one to rank this kind of lower half of the table, like kind of actually pushing them higher or lower at. But yeah, this kit, like you say, just a basic Hull shirt. The colors were wild, man. I feel like that look like one of those those retro Calbrini kit shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like some chest hairs coming out of that kit, and I don't know if I like that. So that put me off a little bit. I quite like the type that's at the bottom left. That's kind of cool. I don't know what the meaning is behind that, but that's an extra element that could be factored into this. But yeah, it's a basic kit. It's not going to do too much for me. Like I think it's just like you say, just a weird Hull kit in a different dimension.
Absolutely. Obviously, had to wear chain shorts there because I'm assuming they're going to wear black as their first shorts or whatever. Dom, let's finish off with you then. Again, someone had it 5th. Was it like you actually liked the shirt, or was it like Ollie, where it was like, oh shit, there's another shirt there. I need to just put it somewhere. What was your thinking?
There are little bits that I do like about it, and I think it's a manufacturer that I think Josh has featured this week as well, or last week. It's a Paraguayan manufacturer called Kyrios, that do a lot of sporting goods. But if you look at some of the teams that they manufacture for, they've got some really nice kits, and there's some elements of this that are again, like Jay had said, the typeface at the bottom is the same as inside the neck that doesn't exist, that says Legendario, and I like that. And then the logo itself for the manufacturer is pretty cool, but these have actually got some really nice kits, and I'm intrigued by them, if anything more so. And then they've got the QR code at the bottom left of the shirt, which again, just another little feature, which, if it's a lesser known manufacturer and they're doing things like that to point towards, their site or, whatever it may be to, drive engagement. I like the fact that they're trying. So I'm intrigued by the manufacturer. And I think overall with those colours, there's only so much, you can do. But they're doing it well enough. It's just that colour is just awful.
Yeah, no, I get that. A couple of things I need to ask you. Well, not ask you, but that would be a cool logo for you. It's like 2K, isn't it? Kit King.
Well, I saw the Kitsman had posted, and I kind of adapted his and made him one incorporated with that, because obviously he features brands, lesser known brands, and does like a week at a time on them as well, doesn't he? So I do actually really like it. And if you do, I'd say go and have a look at the other kits that they do, and they've got some really, really interesting ones.
I'll go
with this one. I've just quickly Googled it with this kit, and I've just quickly sent it to Dom on WhatsApp. If you zoom in on the yellow stripes, there is actually a lot more detail that this image doesn't show. Yeah. I don't know if Dom can forward it on, but it's quite like almost like an Aztec design.
See,
I'm quite.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
which I'm quite happy having it in the middle now because there's
Yeah.
some slight something to give it maybe an extra half a mark.
yeah, definitely. Just before we move on, Tom, can you tell me what legendario means as well? I'm really stuck. I mean,
My Paraguayan's not the best.
Paraguayan. Okay. We better move on. So there we go. Daniel Villalva played for Guarani. That's not right. 27
It's Club
points.
Guarani as well, by the way.
I
It's not
apologize.
Guarani. That's a separate club. This is Club Guarani.
Ah, right. Well, see, Google lied to me then. Because it didn't have
We're learning new stuff every day.
well, yeah. You know, I should have learned it before we started the show, I guess. There we go. Club Guarani. 27 points on our list. 6th place overall. All right, we're getting to the nitty-gritty. We're in the middle of the pack. What I'm talking about. 28 points for this next shirt. And it's a bit of a journeyman legend. Not a legend, but he's a very well-known player. It is Dynamo Moscow and Machu Valbuena. I didn't know he played for these. 5-5, played for Dynamo Moscow 2014 to 2015, making 29 appearances. I had him 6th place overall. Sean had them in 8th. Jay, we'll kick off with you on this one. 4th place for you. I mean,
yeah, man.
That's like the Adidas one before being a Nike template, and I'm assuming this is the exact same. But what is it for you that kind of made you want to have it so high up on your list?
This kit ticks some boxes for me. I think I mentioned collars earlier. This is a collar done right. I think it's just beautiful, clean, just crisp collar. I love the cuffs that kind of link the collar together as well. Just the nice white accents. Maybe a bit of biasness coming through with the blue base potentially, but you know that could just be in the background. But and then also I love the Moscow badge. It's just such a cool badge. I think the and that photo and that crisp photo of him in the kit makes it look much nicer. It's just seem what it's clean, it's simple. I mix those two together. And it just really works for me, this kind of kit, this kind of aesthetic. I think the sponsor doesn't get in the way at all. It's just there in that white color as well. So, yeah, I think this one just ticked a few boxes for me, like on the kind of things that I look for in a kit. So straight away, it kind of gravitated towards me.
Yeah, I can jump on board with that, mate. I can agree with that. You make some good points. Ollie, 6 for you. So was it not so seam for you then?
No, and so I know because
I'm going to trademark it.
This, I think this. When did you say you played there? It was 2015.
Yeah, 14-15, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is. I remember this template because this was one of the first shirts City had with Nike.
Yeah.
This black shirt, as well as the 50 other clubs that they gave it to, and it was just. It's just there. I do like this one with the cuffs and the collar. I've only just realised in this particular image that it does have a slight blue line. There's a little bit of an extra accent. But in terms of just the shirt, it's something that I've seen being a City fan far too many times for it to kind of excite me. So that's why I say it. Also might be because the version of City I have has got Fabian Delph on the back, but this is just it's just there. I remember it. I have memories of it. And I remember seeing it in many other colours.
Fair enough, mate. That's absolutely fair enough. Finish with you, Dom, because you were similar to our good friend Jay there, but even a little bit more excited because you had it 3rd on your list. Why so high, guy?
Well, seam, clean as a whistle. This one, I think obviously if there's a template that's going to be done, if you can have those little embellishments like the pinstripe on the collar and cuffs, then do so. That's a long-standing sponsor that's not too distracting, and the complete and utter narcissist that's in me has always loved that badge.
Yeah.
So much so that I bought like a t-shirt. I bought a Dynamo Moscow t-shirt. Just because I wanted to walk around with my own initial on my chest. I like the Dynamo Minsk one as well because that's got a D on it. So yeah, it just appeals to that narcissistic side of me. But I think on the whole, it's a really, really clean looking shirt. So yeah, a lot to like about it for me.
Oh, for a split second, he said the narcissist in me went out and got. What are you going to say? Like a tattoo of it on you, small of your back, like I was hoping, but no, you went and bought a pink t-shirt. Anyway, Matthew Albuena, French player, played for Dynamo Moscow 2014-2015. Coming 5th on our list this week, 28 points overall. Sean gave this a generous 6 overall. I didn't give you club Garani before that, and I also give that a 6 as well. So, yeah, 6 for Sean. Again, very Stockport, this, isn't it? So he would jump all over this. I'm surprised it's not a little bit higher, but it is a nice shirt. You know, it's not like they all say. It is clean and simple theme together. It's very, very nice. We move on to number 4 on our list. We're getting to the Champions League places. A little bit of a jump again. 30 points overall for this next shirt from our rankers. And it is, no, it's not. It's this. It's Club Leon from Mexico. And the player is Maximiliano Morales. And he played for this club between 2016-2017. Argentinian player, 5'2". He stands. He made 34 appearances for the club. Yeah, second on my list, this shirt. It's just so Mexican. The sponsors, apologies. The colour is sexy. I know I like it. I'm a big fan. Well, I should have had it higher, I'm afraid. Sean had it 5th on his list. Jay, we'll leave you last, Jay. I'm interested to know. Dom, let's start with you. You had it 6 on your list.
Yes.
Why? Please.
Just the V-neck and the sponsor overload. Although they've done it sensitively and they've, put them as the same color. The Liga MX patch at the bottom of the shirt kind of threw me. I'm just so used to them being obviously on the sleeves, but Pima, the manufacturer, do a lot of interesting stuff, especially in Mexico with like the Leecher Libra shirts and the Day of the Dead ones. So they do some really interesting stuff. But that colorway, I've kind of moved away from it. It's been a bit done to death. But there's elements I like about it. It's just the sponsor overload more so than anything.
Yeah. Fair enough. So it's more of Guaca no than Guaca yes. I'm not even. I say it every week. I'm not even sorry. I'm not even sorry. Okay. Jay, we'll come to you then because you had it 10th on your list. It's bottom of the pile for you. Why?
I'm disappointed in anyone that put it higher. I really am.
Wow.
No, I just, mate, like just I know you need to get your money. I know you need to get the bread, but there's just too many sponsors, man. Like it just I don't care what is in the base. I don't care what the color of the kit is. I don't care anything that they've done because they've put 50 sponsors on it, and that's the only thing I'm looking at. That's the only thing I can look at. I'm reading these sponsors. That's all I'm doing in this kit. And then when you see it on the fella as well, that's all you're going to see. It's a great tactic, maybe like against opposition to like shock them. If you're running at someone, and like look at that, man. There's so many. It's terrible advertising. And look at the shorts as well. There's more on the shorts.
Yeah.
Like how, like Samsung, big brand. Do you think they're getting much out of a little logo on this Donny shorts? Like, I don't know, man. It's too much for me. I hate it when kids do this, and I understand that some of these clubs need more money than some other clubs, and this is a way of doing that. But for me, as a kit fan, as just loving football kits, this kind of just ruins it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, people watching this would be like, he's got a bloody Mexico shirt on. What's his problem?
No sponsors on this bad boy.
Rep your boys, Jay. Rep your boys. Anyway, all valid points, and I can see the sponsor overkill can rub some people up the wrong way. One person it didn't rub up the wrong way. He scored it similar to me. Was the great guy that is Ollie because he clearly knows his stuff. Tell him why. He's the second best shirt, mate. please.
Well, this is a big case of DS for me. Just to carry on from your guacca no earlier. I really don't care about the mass sponsorships. In fact, I find some international shirts quite boring with the lack of sponsors. That might just be me and my youthful naivety. I did see the head shake from Jay, and I think I'm soon be blocked on Twitter. But I like the fact, I like the list. I like the Listerine blue. I like the fact that when they asked how many stars did they want on the shirt, they just said yes. I just really. I don't know. I just like it. Having Office Depot on the shoulders is just imagine having like Ryman there. Like, who would do that? But I like it. I like.
Do you think they needed two though? Do you think they needed Office
Pardon?
Depot twice?
It's quite like it's like an NFL shirt, isn't it? Like they're the shoulder pads. They're going in with printer paper here. No, I like. To be fair, it's mainly the color, which is why I ranked it so high. I'm a bit like a magpie, but no, I'm a fan of it.
Carumba, I agree with you, mate. Absolutely, I'm the same. It's Club Leon. It's Maximiliano Morales, 5'2" he is, and he played for Club Leon during 2016, 2017. And that's their shirt that's coming fourth place on our list with 30 points. Another little jump now to third place on the list. Another little short ass as well. Still playing, obviously. All players in this list are still currently playing. 36 points then overall in third place, and it is this chap. For Toronto FC, it's Lorenzo is it Insigne? Lorenzo, it is. He plays for Toronto. Fourth on my list. Second on Sean's. And we finish with him. We'll start with him because he had it the lowest out of all of us. It was 8th place for Ollie. What is it about Toronto you're not so keen on?
Not enough sponsors.
I'm not enough sponsors. And I'm a Whitecaps ultra. No, it's just.
I'm so happy you said caps there because if you'd missed that word out, that would have been quite saucy.
I also like white cats. But what letter were you on about? But no, it's the incomplete collar neck. I don't really know what's going on there. I'm obviously we've probably found out that I like an awful lot of blue. So seeing red is not great for me. And then I'm just not a fan of what's really going on with the different shades across the shirt with the lines. It's just a no from me.
Absolutely fine, mate. There's no problem with that. You two loved it though. I think Jay, we'll come to you because you had it third on your list, so you're bang on in where it ranked. So, what is it for you that was a yes and not a no for this Toronto FC shirt?
Yeah, I love the vibe, man. I do. I like this kind of Adidas thing that's going on at the moment. The last couple of years, they've gone very geometric, and that's something that I loved about the '90s kits. The kind of whole geometric shapes vibe, and that's what's going on here. They've got the kind of diamond cross section going down the middle. Some bits a little bit darker, a little bit thicker here. It's like cross stitching art almost. I quite like it. The red's a nice enough color as well. I didn't like the collar. Again, it doesn't completely go all the way around, so it did knock it down. I think this could have been higher actually, if it weren't for that collar. So yeah, and I quite like Insigne, good little baller. I think that might have helped as well. I mean, I can, you know what I can say for sure. Very short man. I watched a weird friendly between Italy and Argentina at the Etihad a few years ago, and you could barely see him. Bless him. So so I can confirm, short man. But no, I like the kit. I think it's pretty cool. Adidas's vibe. I think I'm a big Adidas fan as well. So again, more biased as maybe coming through there. But yeah, I think it's cool. It's funky. It's modern, but it kind of harks back to the '90s in a way that I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You couldn't see him at the Etihad because there were so many fans.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what it was.
Definitely true.
We hear that a lot. Yeah. He's only 5'3". He must have had very injury-plagued season. He only played 11 times for Toronto FC in their last season. He must be kicking himself with Napoli going on and looking at their going career as well. He must be absolutely
imagine
hurt by that. But it's a nice shirt, and Dom is someone that really did agree with it. He agreed with Sean. So it was only one shirt that was better in his eyes. So, yeah, tell us, Dom, why is this the second best shirt of the 10 we saw this week?
Again, like Jay said, it's that harking back to like the 90s. I think it's a bit brash, bit loud. And the sponsor works fairly well with it, and there's not too many dissimilarities between the authentic and the like stadium versions as well. So that's always nice to see, because obviously there's usually a huge disparity up that neck of the woods and the US as well. But I think I'll often look kits when they are a red that's not too dissimilar to United, and think, oh, would I kind of like that as a United shirt? And obviously we tried like that gradient black with Adidas, didn't work. This I'd have took all day long over that one. So yeah, I think there's a lot to like. Big crest as well, which is always good. I think a lot of the fans, because it's got that all for one slogan as well on I think the bottom left and the inside neck. I think, yeah, just vibrant, garish enough on the right side of things for me to enjoy what it's doing. And I think it looks good on pitch as well.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I agree. And the takeaway from this Toronto shirt is obviously that Dom loves big crests. That's what he said. That's what you said? Yeah? Big crest?
Yeah.
Big crest.
Crest. Yes.
Big crest. Loves these crests. So here we go. Lorenzo Insigne, 36 points overall, third place in our list. Sean really liked this shirt, giving it an 8.5. I think it's almost the highest, second highest on his list. Club Leon as well was at 8, by the way. I keep forgetting and skipping some. But yeah, 8.5 for this one for Sean. Third on our list, sorry, 36 points overall. Right. Down to the final two. He's a clear winner this week, by the way. It's this. This is the second shirt. It's Alexis Sanchez, River Plate, 37 points overall. And yeah, fifth on my list. This is my version of Ollie. When I was ranking, I thought, oh, I've got a space. And this kind of went in there. River Plate, I like Boca more than River. Some of the shirts are nice. This one for me wasn't doing much. I have to be honest. Sean had this in third place. He kind of liked it. Yeah, I think I had it lowest. Everyone else is kind of a fan. Dom, let's start with you because you had it fourth on your list, mate. So, yeah, I mean, didn't really work for United for Alexis Sanchez, but River Plate, he seemed to have worn a nice shirt, you seem to think.
Yeah, well, the thing, obviously, River Plate, I think instantly, like with Boca, with Ajax, it's instantly one of those that if you just saw the colours and one design element, you'd know instantly who it was. And I couldn't tell you what year this was. It could be anything from 1995 through to now. And it's a great era for shirts.
Era for shirts, you're right. It's a great era for shirts.
But yeah, obviously that sponsor works well. And that kind of the later Teamgeist template as well was not one of the better ones, but certainly enough to like about it with the full Adidas striping down the sleeves as well. So yeah, I'll take this any day of the week.
Yeah, hello. I agree with you, mate. Also, I think this season, so obviously he's 5'5", played for River Plate 2007, 2008, 23 appearances. I believe he was there at the same time as Radamel Falcao as well. Some pictures sort of together. If he was interested in anything like that, I don't know. Ollie, let's come to you next on this. You had it fourth as well, same as Dom. I mean, anything you can add to what is, you say, pretty much standard River Plate shirt?
Yeah, I think the actual template of the Teamgeist, I'm not a massive fan of. But I think this is saved because I'm a sucker for a sash. Just any shirt that's got a sash is I'm more inclined to either like it or probably end up trying to buy it. That is, I mean, the sash is kind of just River Plate down to a T. I mean, just looking at the badge is the shirt. But yeah, I just a massive fan of the the sash, and I think that's pretty much what carried it for me.
Yeah, mate. Also, one thing, I love Argentinian football. I don't want any hate or anything like that. But do you think some of the teams have some really weird shortenings of their name? If you got Carp and Knob. Knob's the best one, isn't it?
Knob's easily the best one.
Why did you not realise? Should we put that on? Should we really have Knob? We should have a knob on a badge. We should never have a knob on a badge. Remember that. Let's play for Man City. Then it's okay. Then it's all right. Sorry, Ollie. I had to do it. Jay, let's finish with you because you really liked it. You liked it like there was a knob on it. It was second on your list. Tell us why you liked it. Wait, hold on. Tell us why you liked it, please. I'll show up. Thank you.
Well, I think it'd be first if it had a knob on it. Reason because it doesn't. So yeah, I'm not a fan. No, yeah, I think I love River Plate as a club. I love their kits. I think it, like Dom said, it's instantly recognizable, and for that reason, it's going to have a higher rank off the start. And then when you go to it, it's just simple. It's clean. It doesn't have to do too much to be nice. I think the only thing that puts me off a little bit is the fact that the Adidas is central, but obviously the River Plate logo isn't. I think the symmetry there does start to take your eye away. So for me, that did lose points a little bit there, but overall, it doesn't do much wrong, and I can't fault it for anything else other than that logo. So that's why it's so high on my list. And it doesn't have knob on it, of course.
Yeah, don't have a knob on a badge. Don't have a knob on a badge. There we go. It's second on our list. I'm surprised it got so high, but I can understand, the love for the River Plate and stuff like that. So yeah, I fully get it. 37 points on our list. Alexis Sanchez, when he played there during the mid to late 2000s. Sean gave this a lovely 7 on his list as well. So it means we've got one shirt left. You may have seen that. Obviously, I always have a shirt of a player that's been in the list. It's not Stoke, by the way. I don't know if you know that. It's literally the only shirt Retro had with one of the players. I'm not blaming them. That's not their fault. I'm just saying it's the list. It's them being short asses and playing for shit clubs.
I'm sorry we don't have any Joe Allen shirts, all right.
I mean, why do you not got Club Guarani? I wasn't gonna. I think you have got a Liverpool shirt, but I couldn't bring it in my house and hang it up. Not even for this show, and I fucking love this show. But it is what it is. I've got a Stoke shirt in my house. Why can't I be happy? Anyway, we've got one shirt left. It's by this player, Shaqiri. It's the club we play for the least, as we have done through most of the show. One player we had to get rid of. You'll never guess what, guys, as well. Like, I don't want it to be an indictment of how bad this list may have been, but I want it to be because the shirt is fucking beautiful. But we've got our first full house of this season. Everyone put it top of the list. 50 points overall for this shirt. And, well, not the player, it's the shirt. It's this. It's the Inter Milan shirt that he wore when he did his only season at the club, 2015. He only made 15 appearances as well before moving on to Stoke. Yeah, it's wonderful. Every single person had it number one on their list, and rightly so. Me, Sean, obviously. Sean gave it. I'll get Sean's out of the way. Give it a 10. You just give it. 10. It deserves to be a 10, doesn't it? It's fucking stunning. I mean, does anyone want to talk about it first? I've not asked that this week. Rather than me pick on people, does anyone have anything they want to talk about with it first?
Just look at it.
You're going to be twats, aren't you? Yeah, maybe pick on you. Jay, talk about this shirt, please, mate.
Oh, mate, it's such a stunning shirt. It is so nice. It's not a surprise that everyone voted it for number one for me. I think the pinstripes is just something else with the quite nice blue behind them, really popping through. Really, really nice, and I love that. I think the collars and the cuffs as well tie in that lovely just blue and black accented theme that they've got going on there. They've got the lovely St George's cross as well in the collar as well, which is something I quite like. That Milan, both Milan teams carry that through. a lot. Obviously, iconic sponsor as well. That always helps. You know, that it was such a sad time when they announced that they weren't going to be with Pirelli anymore. So that was, you know, to see that on a kit as well, just beautiful. And yet, you know what? Like this says a lot, because in life and in football, there's always people that you just hate for no reason. And Shaqiri's one of those geezers for me. I can't stand him. I don't know why. I just look at him and I get annoyed. And
don't say it's because he's short.
It's not because he's short. Like, you know, like don't like some of the other lads on it, like Insigne. He's all right. He's a sound guy. Looks like a solid guy. But no, this guy, I hated him. But even now, this kit reigns supreme. He's a lucky guy for only playing a few times and getting to wear this kit for a great club. And yeah, it's just suave in every sense of the word. Very Italian. I love it a lot. And I'm sure the lads can only say good things about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Dom, we'll come to you next on it. Yeah, I mean, at first glance, you won't think it was an Inter-home shirt. You know, it's very, very different to what you are used to with Inter shirts, but it just works on so many levels, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, I don't think it was that well received by Inter fans, and had scored low on polling things that we're looking at. You know, archetypally, what would make up an Inter shirt, and it's not that, but it is instantly classic and will remain so. Obviously, with, you know, one of the best sponsors the world's ever seen, and a long-standing relationship, which obviously people are hankering for now once more. But I think everything is just so precise and clean cut. It is, yeah, it's a class shirt. I think even the inside of it, and the fact that it's the reverse coloured pinstripes, I could look at the inside of it all day, let alone the exterior. But yeah, I think just nuts. Obviously, the kind of shirt you'd want in your collection, the kind of shirt which, as you know, Sean quite rightly says, you could wear out as well. Pair it with a decent pair of jeans or whatever, and you're in the town with that, and you're gonna look pretty decent regardless. Even if you are one of them little ratty Verrattis, or a dirty Shaqiri who was doing calves before Jack Grealish made it popular. Yeah, oh my God.
He really was, wasn't it?
Look at the size of him.
It's probably because he's that short. They're just normal size. They're not even that big, to be fair.
But yeah, I think, couldn't give it any higher praise. Collar, nuts. The pinstripe, and then the detail on the cuff as well. Awesome.
Yeah, bang on, mate. Absolutely. Dom. Sorry, Ollie, we'll finish off with you. I mean, is there anything you can add to this loving for what is rightly so the best shirt of the 10 and a full house, like I say, with the first one of this season?
I mean, yeah. Well done for Inter having the best of a bad bunch with all these shirts. But no, so this is actually the same template as the Dynamo Moscow shirt from earlier, the 2015 one, and this is just how to do it right. It is almost perfect. The only thing that doesn't make it perfect is the other rat wearing it. I'm not a fan of Shaqiri as well. I remember when he signed for Stoke, it was almost like his career had gone backwards. I don't know how you go from Bayern to Inter to Stoke, but that happened. But no, it's just a fantastic shirt. I'm not surprised that it did rustle some fans of the team when it first dropped, but I think in hindsight, being 2020, we can all agree that it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and it deserves to be number one. Like I say, you know, when we do finally do the last show of the season, it's going to be in the top 20 that we do, the Champion of Champions, or top 10, top 20. I don't know. But yeah, it rightly so is number one. Everyone here loves it, and that's it. That's our number one shirt for this week. The shortest player, Shaqiri, coming number one. Rightly so. It's not the player; it's the shirt. But yeah, a full house, 50 points overall. Thank you for watching. It's been a wonderful episode full of laughs. I've really enjoyed this episode this week. Really good. Let's go through our guests and just say a thank you to each one of them. Dom, as always, brother, it's nice to have you, my wingman, my go-to guy. Thank you for being here as always. I love it.
Short Kings, mate. I'm one of them. I couldn't not be on this one. So yeah.
Right, tell anyone what's coming up, what you got going on. Just,
What will I be doing? I'll be out and about this weekend. I'm always at FC, it seems, of late, supporting local football. But we've got something in the pipeline with a manufacturer and also a local team as well. So we'll give everyone a heads up for that. But some really interesting stuff coming up to the channel, and hoping people will engage with it, get on board with the channel, and also with the teams that we engage with, and the manufacturers or businesses that we look to extend our network with as well.
Absolutely, fully agree. Big shout out to you for doing some great work behind the scenes as well, mate. I really do always appreciate it. Most
Pleasure.
I love you, man. I just love you, man. Jay, how you, mate?
You're right, man.
What's going on with Retro, man? Tell everyone why it is the greatest, on the level of us, greatest YouTube channel for football kits in the world, please.
I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate it. No, thank you for having me on again, of course. Retro, yeah, it's all going on, man. It's all going on. Like I said, we started off the year with a big bang. We did a Milan film that it was my baby. It was my project. So I'm really proud of that. And it was a lot of fun doing that. So I just want to do more of those this year. So I need to convince the hires up to let me do that. So watch it. And but yeah, just check out the channel. We're looking at football kits all the time, live streams, videos. We do TikToks. We do all sorts, everything. And I would really appreciate if you checked it out and check the website as well, because we sell some of these great shirts that you've seen. Not some of these ones, because they've been, great.
This one, you sell this one.
We sell that Shaqiri one. Who wouldn't want that?
And it's been in my house, so now it's at least taken 10 quid off it. So
extra 10% off. We're talking kit. You're having a bargain. So check it out.
Why not treat yourself? I mean, yeah, I've got to implore anyone who watches this video, if you're not subscribed to the Retro Football Kids channel, you are missing out. Jay is really, 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 really good, and he's doing some amazing work, and you should be supporting him because he's a top fella. Even though he's from Birmingham, he supports Chelsea, which is weird to me every time I talk to him. But and go and check out his Desert Island kits as well, by the way, which is on the channel. The last episode, we got a new episode coming out on Friday, but yeah, go and check out his Desert Island kits because it's fucking brilliant as well, to be fair. So yeah,
appreciate it, mate.
Thank you, Jay, as always. Ollie, mate, thank you so much. It's great to finally speak to you face to face. Not face to face, but meet you properly and speak to you. Thank you for coming on, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No, thank you very much for having me. It's been a long time coming. It seems like our schedules have never matched, but they finally have today. With me pushing it back as late as I could, and also running home from work. But hey, we make these things work. No, it's been a pleasure. First podcast I think I've done since September 2021. August 2021. Yeah, remember kitting out? Yeah, I don't. But no, no, thanks for having me on. It's been a great laugh.
No, mate, loved it. Obviously, everyone's links will be in the descriptions, and that's you want to find them. Check them out, go and follow them, and support what is, as always, as I say, the best community in the world. Honestly, every person I meet, don't have a bad thing to say about. That's not to the face anyway. That's just mean, innit? But anyway. We're gonna go. We've took enough of your time. Let's get out of here, and we'll be back very, very soon with more kit content. Obviously, like I said, we've got a Desert Island kits coming on Friday, and it's with someone again who I've been desperate to do it with. Kit Manaman, Marcus. He is going to be doing his Desert Island kits. We'll be back. Are you tickling my chin there? Other way, Doc. That's it. You're poking me in the nose. Yeah, we're going to be back with another Full Kit Rankings as well next week. While you're here, why not like the video, subscribe to the channel, it's free, and I would love you forever. Share it with your kit-loving friends, and also turn on the bell notification button. As always, thank you for stopping by, and whatever you do, just make sure, please, that you keep talking kit.